That's a good question before marriage. And before marriage, the question to ask is actually of oneself, am I the best person that I can be? Am I going to be a worthy person to be a spouse of someone else?
And then we want to look for persons who have similar values to ours. Because if we're able to live our values, we will feel happy. And we will feel enriched. So we want to find another person who has as many values as we do. Many values, the same as us. And we want to look for someone who has a similar personality. And someone who has a similar lifestyle. So if we can find a person who enriches our lives, then that is a good person to be with.
And if we're looking to improve ourselves and we find someone else who is also looking to improve themselves, then they will both improve in the relationship together. But if we're looking for someone to solve our problems, we're likely to find someone thinking similarly that you are going to solve all their problems, and then you're going to discover that you both have problems that the other person can't solve, because we have to become whole in ourselves. And so that is very important, that we should prepare for marriage by being the best that we can be. And that will actually help us attract someone who is similarly motivated to become a better person.
Sometimes we want to improve by finding a person who is good at all the things that we're bad at. And so we think that they will give us what we don't have. But very soon after marriage, we may find that those differences are just annoying because it isn't who we are. We can't be someone we're not. And we can't just miraculously change. So it's usually better to find someone who is more similar to you and has just a few more strengths in some areas. And the areas where they're different should enrich your relationship, not annoy you.
So in relationship, about finding someone of a similar nature and a similar intent to improve themselves, one thing that can be very favorable is what's called premarital education. My wife and I, we do that with young couples, and we also teach other couples to do that kind of mentoring. And we're actually in Brazil right now trying to establish some programs. And what we do is we get the couples to fill out a list or inventory of different questions about all aspects of life. And then they do that separately. They give it to us, and then we look at it. And we can see that they have some qualities that are very similar and some qualities that are different, that maybe they need some growth, that could be potential challenges. So right from the beginning, we show them that they have strengths, and maybe they have some areas that they need some growth. So right from day one, they learn they're compatible, but they also have differences. And we give them some skills to learn to be able to communicate about those differences and connect over those differences, so they don't find out 5 years down the road they have big differences and they don't know how to deal with it. So premarital education is a very valuable tool for finding the right person and having a very good, enduring, loving relationship.